Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked, so I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway. Hey, I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You are detained.
Hey everybody, John Bryan, West Virginia civil rights lawyer here, back for a wild tale of law enforcement misconduct. And this one is fantastic. Not only will you be entertained, you will learn something here, I promise you. Imagine that you are a guy named Richard, and you live in a neighborhood, probably in an HOA surrounded by Karens, and they call the cops on you.
I'm trying to get this yard done, and he doesn't like how I'm parking.
Okay.
Yeah, he was able to get out of his driveway, and he decided to try to barricade me in here. Richard was blocking the road.
And the Karens hate you, and the cops hate you.
So I get here, and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac. And he comes out, and he's like, yeah, Richard's a prick. And I'm like, yep, he is.
So you're Richard, and imagine that you get arrested in your own home without a warrant over a parking violation.
I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess.
And to top it off, it's because the officer secretly despises our guy Richard. Buckle up, this one is a roller coaster.
It would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do. McMahon, I hate this guy. I hate Richard McMahon. Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag. Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked, so I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway.
This comes to us from the aptly named Broken Arrow Police in Oklahoma. The police chief there put a Facebook post up with the full body cam footage from this interaction.
I'm Chief Brandon Berryhill, the Broken Arrow Police Department.
And he's basically disclosing that there was this illegal arrest that ended up in an innocent homeowner being arrested.
On May 29th, in the 1200 block of West Quincy, officers responded to a parking violation complaint. A homeowner in the area was arrested, and I ordered the immediate release of the homeowner.
Then right from the very first comment, all the Karens from this guy's neighborhood start saying, no, you got the wrong guy. Don't let him out of jail, please.
The officer in question has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of the internal affairs investigation. We take the situation seriously, and in full transparency, we're releasing the following video.
So here's the video. And basically the scene is this neighborhood. It's a cul-de-sac. The neighbors obviously all know each other. And the one thing that everybody apparently agrees on is that they hate Richard. And Richard was apparently pissed that this lawn guy was blocking his driveway or partially blocking his driveway or the road, whatever. Everybody hates Richard. This cop coincidentally also already hates Richard from what are presumably prior encounters with him or prior calls from him.
288 and Zachary 1815.
Frank 228, I'm 97 on Quincy. It appears this has turned into a disturbance.
10-4, do you want another unit?
Yep. Hello.
Good evening.
What's going on?
He's pissed because I'm trying to get this yard done, and he doesn't like how I'm parking.
Okay.
Even though I did allow room for everybody else to park, because there's nowhere for me to park without blocking somebody's mailbox or their driveway when that's the yard I'm trying to get to. He's trying to tell me I'm supposed to park down by the elementary school. But I did accommodate, make sure my phone's out, I got space to get around, and as you saw, his own vehicle, he was still able to get out of his own driveway and block the whole freaking section off, which is what he was saying. He couldn't even back out of his driveway because I was blocking the road.
Okay. Well, all right then.
And of course, too, when I first pulled up here, I got started. Before I even made my first pass, he came out there jumping, yelling, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing? You can't be parking there. How the hell am I supposed to get out of my driveway? If you don't fucking move it, I'm gonna call the cops." He pokes me, jabbed me right in the face, right in the chest.
He jabbed you in the chest?
Yes, sir.
You want to file assault battery charges?
If he wants to press the matter about being how he is, then yes. Otherwise, if we can just let things bygones be bygones, then I'd say let it go. But if he wants to keep acting like that, then yes.
So the initial complaint from the lawn care guy was that Richard was blocking the road, but he didn't need to leave yet because he wasn't done. So Temporarily, theoretically, the lawn guy could not have left because Richard was blocking the road. And then the lawn guy says, well, when Richard talked to him, he poked him in the chest with his finger. So now the cop's ears perk up and he says, well, do you want to press charges for assault and battery? And here you see another neighbor walking up. I think maybe they say he's a firefighter. He walks up to vouch for the lawn guy to make sure that the cop knows that, yeah, Richard is an asshole.
Hello. How are you?
Man, I was just gonna say, I mean, Richard, he's a fucking prick. I mean, he's always doing stuff like this. I mean, this guy's just trying to work and cut yards, and I mean, he does stuff like this all the time.
Oh, I'm very familiar with
I'm
Mr.
sure you
McMahon.
are, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. I just wanted to vouch for him because I know you're just trying to do your thing, and he's always got to be a.
I mean, like you heard him, how does that make sense for me to go park down by the elementary school to come way down here on my mower? That's not logical at all.
Anywhere block anything for him, he just loses his mind.
If you exist in this cul-de-sac, he loses his mind.
I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
And like you saw, like he's saying, he couldn't back out. He had plenty of room, even with my tailgate down.
Yeah,
he was able to get out of his driveway, and he decided to try to barricade me in here.
Okay. Did you at any point in time try to leave?
No, I'm still working. I just got done with mowing. I'm just starting with the edge.
Richard was blocking the road.
Yeah.
Still saw his car out here.
I'm just about done with the edge, and I still got to weed eat and then blow it, and then I'm heading off to the next one.
Okay. You have your ID on you?
Certainly.
Back up.
That's a sad part, right? Your neighbor. Alright, hold tight for me, okay?
Is it okay if I go ahead and keep working?
Yeah, I don't care.
This first cop returns to his cruiser, and best as I can tell, he calls another cop to the scene who is a traffic patrol cop. And he starts to try to question this guy about things that he could do to be able to arrest Richard, because he just really doesn't like Richard and he wants to arrest Richard. This is basically like a cop brainstorming session on how they can best violate the Fourth Amendment and get away with it.
Well, Mr. McMahon was on one. Yeah, I'm recording. Mr. McMahon was on one when I got here.
Let's see if he's in your cage.
I haven't quite determined what we want to do yet. So I get here and he's got his little four-door car blocking the entire cul-de-sac so that he can't leave. As soon as I pull down the street, he beats feet and pulls back into his garage, shuts all the doors, goes inside. Talking to the RP, who's the lawn guy over here, he asked if he'd start weeding again. I'm like, yeah, sure. Start talking to him, and he's like, yeah, he's on a tirade about how I'm blocking the cul-de-sac. He can't get out of his driveway. He says at one point, Richard takes his finger and shoves it into his chest. I said, well, do you want to press charges for the assault and battery? And he's like, well, not if he doesn't want to do anything. Kind of a let me think about it situation. So,
Now, if Richard doesn't want to do anything?
yeah, pretty much.
What does Richard have to do?
Oh, because Richard is pissed off that he's blocking the cul-de-sac. So basically, lawn guy, Mr. Nunley, is like, listen, if he doesn't want to do anything, if he just wants to drop it, I just want to drop it. Even the firefighter neighbor right there with the two trucks, he was trying to get in his driveway. Richard's blocking the entire cul-de-sac, won't let him in. And he comes out and he's like, yeah, Richard's a prick. And I'm like, yep, he is. Yeah, we're very aware. So really at this point, I was just going to see what all traffic charges I have on Richard. Illegal parking probably would be my guess. Because I asked him, I was like, were you trying to leave it all? And he's like, no, he was just blocking the cul-de-sac. So I'm like, okay. Which I can write him a citation for because I saw that. And then we just need to determine whether or not he wants to press charges for the assault and battery.
Oh, Richard hit him?
He took his finger and shoved it into his chest.
Okay.
Yeah. So it would bring me great pleasure if we could take Richard McMahon to jail tonight. So I'm assuming, Mr. Traffic Officer, that you cannot block an entire roadway with your vehicle. So
Was the truck actually blocking his driveway?
that's where it has been the entire time. Now, here's the question I have. To me, as a patrol officer, that's fine, because where else are you going to park it? But
Yeah.
technically, is that considered parking in the middle of the road?
Is it impeding traffic? People have been flowing around?
Well, McMahon's claim was that he could not get around it, but clearly he was able to if he was blocking it in. So,
I don't understand this guy.
he's a narcissist. He's a narcissist with nothing better to do.
Because it says you can't, for parking, you can't block a private drive, but he's not blocking it.
No, which is why I'm like, let's see, stopping, standing, parking.
And all the people to park in front of houses.
Well, and Richard calls us, but as soon as you roll up, he sees that he's in the wrong.
Yeah, because he doesn't want contact.
And he skirts inside because
Yep.
he knows I shouldn't have been doing that.
Who's the neighbor he has issues with?
All of them.
The one on the back side.
Well, and then this one down here, he has issues with.
This one over here is kind of race related, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause he's always saying he doesn't like
Who's the one with the PO against him?
the one on the back.
The one on the back side.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is one of these the ones he always calls about the kids?
That's that one back there.
Well, if old boy wants to take the, if old boy wants to press charges, I can go ahead and take the A and B on him. If he wants to press charges, I'll hook him.
Yeah.
But I doubt Richard even answers the door now.
Oh, I doubt so. No person shall park a vehicle within a street or alley in such a manner or under such conditions as to leave available less than 10 feet of width of roadway for the free movement of vehicular traffic. Do you think that would cover this?
Do you know exactly where he was parking?
This guy? Right here.
Oh, you're talking about this guy?
Yeah.
Oh.
Richard was blocking the entire road.
I
He
thought-
was perpendicular
I
to the
thought you were still
roadway.
talking about trying to
No. Richard's bought and paid for.
Okay. Is there quite a bit of distance?
I haven't been on the backside, but let's get a wheel and go see. And if he's got 10 feet, I say it's fine. Personally, but you're the traffic officer. You deal with this more than I do.
You're the head guy right now.
I'm just looking for an opinion, man.
Is he, so
Yeah.
he's here doing a couple lawns and he's bouncing?
Yeah,
I'll get my wheel out, but I think that trailer is more than 10 feet from me.
that's what I would have to assume as well.
Right here?
Oh yeah,
Keep this guy from leaving. And I guess when he's referred, he started around right inside and has yet to be seen.
Yeah, because he knows he's in the wrong and he doesn't want.
Yeah, he's not gonna answer the door for us.
No.
Keeps his house good.
So, how about you and I go talk to the victim over here, see if he wants to press charges for the assault and battery, and I was going to add him to the call real quick. I'll just write that down.
This is why I avoid before.
I know. I know.
Shouldn't get away with it.
Now they're going to go talk to the yard guy to try to convince him to agree to press charges against Richard so that they can arrest Richard for assault and battery. But they have to go find the yard guy because he's off working behind one of these houses.
McMahon, I hate this guy.
The camera is still on.
Yep. Oh, I hate Richard McMahon. I don't care. Huh? Oh, I'll stand back and let you guys take care of it. I just think he's a bag.
Airbnb right here.
Well, that's because nobody wants to live next to this guy.
Yes, sir.
Here's your ID back, man. So, do you want to press charges for the assault and battery?
Is he still trying to press me? Am I potentially facing a ticket for not parking legally?
As from what I can see, you haven't done anything wrong at all.
Is he still being good?
I
I really don't want to, but
Okay. Okay.
as long as everything's a cope. I mean, I was pretty sure I was parked legally because I didn't obstruct anything.
It's not the greatest, but I also see that, from a practicality standpoint, you don't have a whole lot of other options. Ordinance says you have to leave at least 10 feet all the way around the trailer. You've done that. So I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just this guy's this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so. All right.
Your last yard. Oh, Richard McMahon.
Oh, Richard
First, I thought it
McMahon.
was going to be the same one he's called in, like 2 days, for the past 2 days, he's called in on some vehicle that's been out here.
Well, that's what I thought too, which is why I was like, well, I'll just go ahead and head to it. But he's just 25 feet.
And then the other thing would be the trailer, but the trailer is 14 feet. It's not 24 feet.
All right. Well, he doesn't want to press charges for anything, so we'll just let it go. He's not going to answer the door for his improper parking. So
You want to try?
sure.
He, when I was measuring, he did open it for us. He's right there.
No.
Did he answer the door? Like, did he open the door out of curiosity?
He opened the door and then looked and then closed the door. So he's by the door. He's watching.
Of course he is. Yeah, we can try.
Here's the most important part of this video. These officers are discussing, he's not going to answer the door. Well, we can try. Why do they need to try? If they're going to arrest a guy, why can't they just go arrest him? Well, he's inside his house. According to the U.S. Supreme Court, police officers cannot arrest you when you're inside your house unless they have a warrant. That's Peyton versus New York. I think it was 1980. They have to have an arrest warrant. All police officers can do without a warrant is walk up to the door, just like a Girl Scout selling cookies, knock on the door, and see if the man will just consensually have this encounter and not demand that they leave his property, in which case they would have to. That's why, like, at first they're like, he's not going to answer the door. He doesn't want contact. Well, he's right there by the door. He already opened the door once. Let's try. The legal grounds on which the police officers you'll see walk up his driveway, walk up to his front door, are very, very shaky from the beginning. If he asks them to leave, constitutionally, they have to leave. So what happens here is completely unconstitutional.
I don't know. He could be possibly false. Facing assault and battery charge.
Hello. Just wanted to let you know that the trailer is legally parked.
Oh. So I can go park anywhere in the cul-de-sac the way he's parked?
The way he's parked is legal. The way you were parked when I showed up was not. So I need to see your driver's license so I can issue a citation for blocking the roadway.
I didn't block the roadway.
Yes, you did. I saw you when you... Listen. Hey. I'm investigating a traffic crime. You do not have the right to do that. You are detained. You are detained.
Come in my house.
You are detained.
For what?
For the traffic violation I observed. I need to see your license.
You're detaining me for a traffic violation.
Yes, I am. Open the door.
You're detaining.
Come here. You are under arrest.
The point at which police officers enter onto the curtilage around somebody's home, there can be disputes about where that starts, but certainly standing outside somebody's front door, talking to them, you're, for legal purposes, already within their home with their implicit or express consent. Once police officers are in that location, they have no right to detain you without a warrant or without exigent circumstances, an emergency situation, which they don't have, or under some circumstances, consent, which has to be voluntary. That clearly does not exist here. So this officer claims he's detaining this man, this homeowner, but he has no legal right whatsoever, zero right to detain this man. He has no right to enter his home. Once that implicit license is revoked, he has to leave. Instead of leaving, he enters his house and he actually uses force against this homeowner. Under some circumstances, police officers can use force to seize people, but where they're not legally allowed to seize somebody, no force can be justified. Therefore, there's a separate Fourth Amendment violation here of excessive force, where no force is justified to be used.
You are under arrest.
All 5 of you.
Yep, you are under arrest.
All 5 of you. Hey!
You got it?
Hey! Let me go! Hey!
You are under arrest. Quit resisting.
Not resisting!
Give me your arm.
Good Lord! Hey, guys. Oh, my goodness. Don't break my...
Well, then,
Quit resisting.
Ow!
Quit resisting.
I'm not. Ow!
You are actively resisting against me.
I am not. Holy.
Now you're under arrest for resisting arrest, obstruction, and the parking violation.
Okay.
Alright, don't move so I can get these locked.
I never resisted you to begin with.
Yes, you
All
did.
5 of you hit me.
It's all on body cam, sir.
Yes, it is.
Alright, we're gonna get you rolled over.
Okay.
Alright.
All right.
Let's stand you up.
All right. Wait.
Alrighty.
Can I bring anything with me?
What would you like?
My cell phone.
Where's it at?
Right there.
We will grab it. Anything else?
That should do it.
Okay.
You want your shoes?
Ah, yeah, man, my shoes.
His dog lost one.
There's a leash right there, Sleeper.
What's your dog's name?
Pepper. Guys, why did you assault me?
We were attempting to investigate the crime and you tried to shut the door on us. Other shoe.
What crime?
The parking violation. Come on. Hey, hey,
I'm going, guys. I'm
Hey.
going. I'm going.
hey, real quick. We did this once. Do not do it
Ow!
again. Hey, stop. This can go either which way you choose.
I'm
All right?
choosing to
We
go
can peacefully walk
peacefully.
out there, or you can keep fighting us
I'll
and go
go-
back to the ground. Do you understand?
Come on,
It's
Pepper.
yes or no?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
I'm not gonna. I thought I could walk out here peacefully.
I thought that.
Yeah, we shut the door. Keep walking.
Ask him. I don't know.
So, what you just saw there were multiple police officers flagrantly and openly filming themselves violating the most fundamental part of our Bill of Rights, that our home is our castle, and that if the government is going to intrude and seize us therein, they have to get a warrant, where a neutral judge takes a look at the situation first. These are people who spit on the Constitution, and despite what you saw from the chief of Broken Arrow, if you just look at the most recent news report, it says that this man, Richard, has been charged with 7 counts of violating protective orders and 1 count of assault and battery, plus a count of property damage and resisting arrest. Now, I take it that the protective order part has to do with his relationship or lack thereof with his neighbors. But he's being charged with assault and battery, presumably for the lawn guy who didn't want to press charges. Property damage, I don't know where that comes from. And resisting arrest. Resisting an arrest that was absolutely illegal to attempt without a warrant. So resisting an illegal arrest. And it also says that the Broken Arrow police are still investigating this incident and that the officer has been put on routine administrative leave. What it should read is that this police officer and everyone else who illegally entered Richard's home have been fired and now are facing criminal charges. If we don't have the right to have the police not enter our house without a warrant, then we have no rights at all. So this is not enough what you have seen. If this doesn't piss you off, even if you are one of Richard's neighbors and he's the worst neighbor ever, if you're okay with this, then you just don't get it. Then you are the reason why really we're going to be living in a banana republic shortly, because you also spit on the Constitution. You are part of the problem. If this angers you, spread this footage, make sure that everyone sees it. Everyone sees the faces of these officers who will come into your home. If they'll come into Richard's home like that, what will they do next? Who do you think is going to come into your house and confiscate your guns unconstitutionally? These people will. So spread the footage, exercise your First Amendment rights. Our rights do not end when Karens get scared. Freedom is scary. Karens can deal with it, and the cops can deal with it.